Riley, thank you so much for doing
Thank you
this.
for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time. I had questions about your life and career right now and future career and why you wanted to get involved in this insanity.
That's a fair.
Because let's be real, it's pretty insane, this profession. And if I could take a few steps back and ask you, where were you born?
Yes, I was born in Lansing, Michigan, downstate, the capital of Michigan.
Yeah. So you're not a Uber?
Nope.
Okay. I gotta stop saying that. This is like the fifth interview
Did you just think
in a row.
everyone's a Uber?
I don't know, because I guess I'm ashamed that I'm not, and I'm all insecure about it, because I live here now, but I wasn't born here, and everyone's like,
Were you
you
born
weren't.
in Michigan?
No. My first Michigan experience, what, yeah.
Where were you born?
Where was I born? Pennsylvania.
Okay. If
My-
you were going to say Ohio, we'd have a problem.
Not Ohio. What's your beef with Ohio?
That's how you know you're not from Michigan.
Michigan,
Michiganders.
there's
hate
a
Ohio.
rival?
Yes.
I think I did know that, actually. Yeah, see, I don't really. My bad. Okay, so you were born in Lansing, and then you went to high school in Lansing, and then what made you, was it high school or before that got you interested in performing and acting?
I started performing in 3rd grade. Was the first show I did. I did The Wizard of Oz.
Who were you?
I was a munchkin.
You were-
it was a voluntelling. My sister was in the high school, and my high school is very small. They never have enough people. They love picking shows they don't have the cast for. And they were like, guys, if you have any younger siblings that are short, preferably, please get them here, and they'll just stand on stage. So I was fully just a warm body,
Yeah.
and I looked atrocious. But being on stage, I was like, oh my god, this looks really fun. And then as like a third grader, I was like, I could outact all of you guys. Like, trust.
So you've always been competitive?
Oh yes.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I can relate to that. I'm the youngest of 3. That might explain a lot. I have 2 older brothers, and I think, do you have siblings?
I'm the middle.
Oh, you're in the middle?
Yes.
My middle brother is quite competitive, so yeah.
I was raised in a very, very, very competitive family. I have an older brother and sister that are twins. Then there's my older sister, and then me and my twin sister.
Oh, gotcha. You have a twin.
Yes.
I had no idea. I suppose when you do these types of things, you learn things about people that you had no idea. Like Caitlin knows John Bon Jovi, and I'm like, I would have maybe never known that. I know. Caitlin, good job.
Shout out Caitlin for knowing John Bon Jovi.
Good job for having known someone. Anyway, Caitlin, good job. So you got in. So 3rd grade, you do The Wizard of Oz. You were a munchkin, and then what other shows have you done since then?
After that, because I was in 3rd grade and our elementary school didn't have like a theater program, but because we're so close to the Wharton, we actually got a grant for 3 years to do 3 Disney Junior shows that the Wharton Center picked. So we got the rights to do The Lion King, The Jungle Book, and Aladdin. But I did The Lion King, and the director was just the 3rd grade teacher, so her entire 3rd grade class got all of the leads.
Wow.
Unfortunate. I was Hyena and Villager number 7. But this comes in, I've always been competitive. I inadvertently learned the entire Disney Junior script front to back. Like, I learned all the lines, all the music, everyone's choreo and everyone's blocking. And so
the director probably loved that.
Well, the thing is, they didn't really notice, but then specifically the person who played Scar, he did not want to be there and just did not care, never knew his lines. So like,
Well, that's probably why he was cast as Scar.
fair.
Yeah.
But I would just be like not really paying attention, and then he wouldn't say his lines, so I just like whisper it to him. And then he said, but then mind you, I didn't have a script. I had fully lost my script like 2 weeks in. And then I remember specifically one day our director was like, Riley, come here. And I was like, oh shoot, what'd I do this time? And then I get pulled in the hallway and she goes, do you know the lines? And I was like, yeah. I was like, is that normal? Everyone here just doesn't know the entire script. And so I did a 1-woman performance in the hallway during rehearsal of the entirety of The Lion King.
The whole Lion King.
The entire thing. I was every character, every part, sung everything. It was fantastic. Probably one of the best performances of my life.
You clearly loved it.
Yes.
You loved being a part of it.
Yeah, and then actually it helped because one of the shows, literally 2 minutes before we went on, the Rafiki we had got like stage fright and was like, I can't do this. And so our director was like, Riley, you know what you're doing. I was like, yes. And then I got to be Rafiki.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
It's an understatement,
I
but
got you, don't worry.
I understand. Yeah, so now you're here at Northern Michigan.
Tough times getting here.
Who's your favorite professor? I'm kidding.
I think I have to say Jimmy Ludwig.
Wow. Yeah.
He's kind of the only one I've had. I haven't had Paul.
I've had Jimmy quite a bit. Oh, got
Lex.
it. Sure. Well, Lex is just.
I love Lex.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
I could retake any class, it's stage design. Not even kidding.
I love Jimmy. I love, yeah. I've grown a lot as an actor, and I think as a person as well since being here. And I think overall I've had a good experience. So now I saw you in Rocky Horror. And are there any shows coming up? I know that you're auditioning for one pretty soon.
Yes.
6 Men Dressed
Dressed up as Joseph Stalin.
Yeah, like what about that show interests you?
I think it's just like an interesting concept, number one, and then also there's only 2 actors, which I think is also like I'm interested to see how that goes.
Right.
Because I know they said something on stage actually like they're gonna get 2 people who either look alike or 2 people who are very different.
Yeah.
And it's like funny when they're like playing the same person.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it seems like a very interesting show, and I'm
I like the
auditioning for
scripts
it.
too.
Yeah. So Joseph Stalin. I watched like a mini bio, not like a biopic, but it was like something on YouTube about him, and I was like, that guy's head is not a place you want to be for sure, but the show does seem fun. Yeah. So you were in Rocky Horror, and then I'm trying to think of what else I've seen you. I know that this is your first year here, but what else have I?
Nothing.
Oh, you know what I did see was the Jimmy's the BFA acting the end of the class scenes.
You saw that?
I was there. You don't remember?
No. Okay, that's the thing. It's because like not a lot of people came, so in my mind,
Right.
no one saw it because everyone was doing Paul's. They
No.
were doing their final at the time.
I was there. I forget the name of the scene.
Crimes of the Heart.
Yeah, that's right. And then you played like it was your sister, and
I
then
played Meg McGrath,
yeah.
and then there was.
But in the scene, you were talking to your sisters,
Yes.
right? Yeah. And then like some guy was coming over to the house or something, and
Yes, I'm having an affair with a guy
Right.
that I know my sister likes, but the
That's
guy
right.
likes me. So
that's right.
I was like, come on over.
Yeah, that's drama right there. But you know what? We are in a drama program, and so yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time today. It was really fun. Thank you for answering my questions.
Of course.
Yeah, 6 Men Dressed as Joseph Stalin.
You're gonna see us.
I'm like already promoting it as if we're already in the show.
We are.
We're
We are.
basically already in the show, even though we haven't auditioned.
We're gonna get it. Caitlin. We
Yes.
want to act so bad. Completely different. Tall, short.
Both competitive though.
That's the only difference between me.
Right. Other than that, we are literally the same person.
Brown
All right.
hair, brown eyes.
Again, yes, thank you so much for doing this. It was fun.
Loved it.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Why Acting podcast. And the whole point of this podcast is to ask people why they wanted to become an actor. And well, I forgot to do that with Riley. I don't know why. Yeah, you know, I could use the excuse that I didn't sleep, but we're not going to do that. Why did you want to become an actor?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. Thank you so much for asking it. The reason I wanted to become an actor. So when I was looking, so like my whole life I've liked acting. I've loved it. I always knew I wanted to.
Yes.
And I kind of just couldn't see myself doing anything else. You get to like be someone else for like 3 hours, and it's like predetermined. Everything is like written down, scripted. You know what to expect. You know what's coming, which is like better than normal life where like something can just happen and you're like.
Much better than
Oh my
normal
gosh.
life. Absolutely.
But I wasn't always gonna go into acting. Because we talked about I'm very competitive. I came from a very competitive household.
Sports?
Sports and academics.
I gotcha.
So like I did competitive tennis, volleyball, cheerleading for 10 years.
Were you a libero in volleyball? I knew it. Why did I know that? I did not. Did I
I'm
know?
sure.
Did I know that prior to
No,
this?
John didn't know that.
I
Guys.
did not know.
But no, very competitive. Both my sisters did like track running. Like academics, I had a over 4.0. So did both of my sisters were salutatorian.
What was it? A 4.11?
I had guess what I had?
4.2,
Higher,
4.5,
higher,
11.
higher.
That's a 5 point. What do you?
4. No, it's not.
4 point what?
8, 9.
Wow.
Because I went to an IB school. They grade on a 5-point scale.
Oh, yeah. It was one of the. So you're a nerd, which is not a bad thing.
Actually,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a nerd.
You had a 4 point. 12, so you can admit that you're kind of smart. It's
I am kind of smart.
Oh, okay, I'm happy we cleared that up.
I'm not saying I'm not smart, but I wouldn't say I'm the smartest by any means.
Well, yeah, there's always like the Elons of the world who are like super nerds. But yeah,
Maybe
there-
a couple of those.
yeah, but I try not to compare myself to people, but I find myself comparing myself to people all the time. And it's probably not the best for my mental health, but I do
No.
it. But you know, I think it's a natural human tendency. But yes, you come from a competitive family.
Competitive everything. So when it
Yeah.
came time to pick college, and my twin is going for nursing and my older sister's going for politics, didn't really want to say, I want to go for acting.
Is she a politician now?
She's in grad school now, but she's worked with like Alyssa Slotkin, Gretchen Whitmer.
Wow. Cool.
Big on
This is the Why Acting Podcast, and we have a special guest, Joshua Bianca. Why did you want to be an actor? What made you want to be an actor?
Wait, that's a really good question that I've literally never considered in my entire life. I don't know. Everything else just seemed boring.
That's so true.
Like,
That's
I
so
don't know.
fair.
I guess it's nice to go into something that you like have as a hobby. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you go into something academic, it's like that's all work. Like
Right.
our work can be fun.
But what if the hobby becomes millions of dollars? Huh?
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I consider I think acting starts out as a hobby for basically everybody, unless you get really lucky and just do it professionally from the start. But for most of us, we don't
Like
get
Nepo
paid.
babies.
Right. But for yes.
Wish I was
Oh my
one.
gosh, yes. But for most of us, we don't get paid at first.
I just who said I blame them?
I wish I were a Nepo baby. That'd
I
be fun.
just said that.
Oh, sorry.
Men stealing women's jokes
Classic.
all the time.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
It's not hard.
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah, I have to write a paper, but I literally love running into all of you. So.
I would love having you.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. That was our special guest, Joshua Bianca.
Yes.
I suppose he has homework, but that's okay. He has to go.
That's right. He's got to be academic and studious.
He has to be academic and studious.
And then to finish my thought, what was my thought?
I don't know.
Oh,
Why do you want to be an actor? You come from a competitive family.
competitive family debated going into forensic anthropology, English, and something else that I don't remember I was going to go into. Anyway, basically I secretly decided that I was going to go into acting, and I just didn't tell anyone for like 3 months. But then I had to audition. First auditions that I'd ever like done where I needed to like memorize like a monologue, so I was terrified. And then I kind of had to tell people. And my parents were like, okay, have a backup though. So I am getting my minor in English. But then also getting Northern this is the last school I applied to.
Wow. No, that's, yeah.
The website, can I say the website makes no sense?
Well, you can say that. Well, yeah.
There was no like submit button, so I just emailed, I think just like someone in the department, and they were like, I'll put you in contact with Jimmy, and I didn't know who he was. I thought he was just like a secretary. So I just
Secretary
sent him,
Ludwig.
I
Yep.
just sent him my audition that I had sent every other school, and he was like, love it. You will be at the Thespian Festival because you're obviously in a thespian thing. Be there, and I can have you interview. And I literally was like, what is a Thespian Festival?
Right.
Our school was too poor, that was never something I did. So I snuck in to do my callback with Jimmy. And he
Classic.
actually told me, like, we were just sitting in the hall and I was waiting for him. He sat and he was like, you know, I saw it, like, I like the ambition, I want you in my program. And I did my callback in a hallway with 3 other girls, because it was a thespian festival. There were 3 girls just screaming their hearts out in the corner while I'm trying to, like, audition. And it was really fun.
That's just how auditions go, I think.
Yeah, that was my first in-person audition too.
I feel like everyone is just loud, and I think auditions are, well, obviously necessary, but they can be tough to get through because everyone's just like singing their stuff, and you're like, I can't focus at all.
Yeah,
But you know, that's just the name of the game.
but I got in, so.
Thanks to Secretary Ludwig. Well, so when I started doing research, like I wanted to go back to school, I wanted to be an actor, and then I was researching Jimmy. This was right before I had my Zoom interview. I was like, okay, yeah, he's done Broadway, that's amazing, he's done this, he's done that. The Chappelle Show, and I'm on his website, Dave Chappelle,
Yeah.
a comedian. No, it's fine, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
Wait,
so,
what's he been in? Is he just stand-up?
movies, as far as movies go, so he's been, have you seen, there's like Half-Baked, But he was also in this one. I think he was in You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks. So it's like, yeah, Dave's like one of the funniest comedians ever. But anyway, Jimmy's worked with him, and if you
Good for Jimmy.
watch one of his sketches and try not to laugh, okay? That's all I'm saying. Bet. See, I know all the lingo. That's gas, fire. Is that? Yeah,
You sound like Jimmy right now.
I know.
In class we tell Jimmy he's dropping bars.
Is he dropping bars?
He is dropping straight.
I would love to hear Jimmy
I have
rap.
a couple written down. There's one he said today. I don't remember. It was like, tell me and I might remember. Show me and possibly I remember it. Involve me and I'll understand.
Oh,
Something like that.
I
It sounded a lot more eloquent when he said it.
I actually like that quite a bit.
Involve me. You got me hooked.
Involve me. Then that's what.
Acting.
Hashtag acting.
Yeah, because I'm getting
People
my
still
BFA
use-
and rolling on the floor.
People still use hashtags, right?
Jimmy does.
The answer's no.
Hashtag just Jake.
The answer's no. What is it about doing this for the rest of your life as a career that's like, I'm doing this no matter what?
So it kind of goes back, just like every time I perform, I love being. I find like every time I'm happiest is like when I'm on stage, when I'm performing, because it's something I'm good at. I've learned like I can learn scripts. My record is 2 hours. I learned an entire show and performed in 2 hours. The reason I did it is because I could not imagine myself doing anything else. Like especially like
Right.
if I picked anything for college, I was like, I'm gonna wake up, be paying thousands of dollars, and I'm going to hate my life. So at the end of the day, I was like, it might not work out, but I have the talent and I have the drive. So I do like want to go for it, and then also going to college for it, I will be surrounded by people who also enjoy it.
Yeah,
And if they don't, they're paying money to do it, so maybe rethink your decision.
that's what I'm saying. If you don't love it, you
Don't
can't.
do it.
I feel like it's one of those careers where if you don't have a deep love for it,
It's not.
going to work out because, well, first of all, the chances of making it, because making it is different for everybody. I don't know what making it is to you, but like
Making it is literally anything I can. Even if I'm not getting paid for it, if I'm on stage, if I'm performing, I'll take it.
yeah, exactly. And then if you do get paid for it, that's just a bonus.
That's why I think like you like your career, because I do a lot of stuff that I should get paid for that I don't.
Because you would do it for free.
I'm a huge fan. What
That's a
generation?
real thing. I'm 40.
That did not tell me what. No, you're, I was gonna say, wait, no, you're not. What
No,
generation?
I'm a millennial. Like, what do you mean?
Deeply a millennial.
Gen X.
No.
Gen
No.
Y.
Why? Yeah, why? Why? Yes.
Okay.
As in, why acting? Because that's a cool name.
Segue.
Yeah.
Just put this at the beginning and everything else we say at the end.
There will be a lot of editing to do with this one, but that's fine. I don't really know how to
Call me
edit.
up, guys. That's my job too.
Can you edit this? Can you do it for free like everything else?
Yes!
All right, that's fantastic.
That's also my thing, guys. I do everything for free.
Yeah. That how you know you love something is you'll not only do it for free, but you'll pay to do it.
Yeah.
And then if you eventually get paid to do it, wouldn't that just be like the
That'd be so
ultimate?
amazing.
That'd be amazing. Acting is one of those things where people like the idea of it and then they try it and don't like it. I've tried it a handful of times and I'm like addicted because it's such an endorphin dopamine hit when you're on
Yeah.
stage and you're like, kids, who needs drugs when you can
When you can act.
when you can perform?
I want that on my t-shirt.
Who needs drugs when you can perform? Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for your time today. I don't know how to wrap things up, apparently.
We already did. Technically.
Literally, with Jimmy, I just stuck out my hand and I was like, thanks for doing this.
Wait, can we dap up?
Like this?
And then
And then you snap after.
Yeah,
you go,
yeah,
you
yeah.
go, you
Guys, am I doing it right?
you go. I wasn't bad.
Did I do it?
So good, actually.
That's good.